Hello, everybody. Becky here at Beck's Creations, and I'm just coming on for about an hour, maybe hour and a half, just to catch up with you guys and to let you know that I may be a little late or a little tired tomorrow night, but I'm still planning to do my live tomorrow. And I'm thinking we might do a half dozen instead of a full dirty dozen prompt session tomorrow night, and then turn them into ATCs. So I'm cleaning up my Fitbit band because I mowed the lawn and I got over 16,000 steps in. Because see, the lawn here at the little house is about an acre, and I don't have a riding lawnmower, and I don't really want one anyway. I need the exercise. The doctor wants me to lose about 40 pounds, so I'm trying. But you know, when you do yard work, your watch or whatever you're wearing on your wrist has a tendency of getting disgusting. So there we go. The page you're looking at on the table is the one I did with Beth last night, and I like how it turned out. Words and melted the lace a little bit, but that's all right. It still looks okay. So hello to Sharon, Dawn, Will, Beth, Marilyn. So yeah, tomorrow I will be meeting another YouTuber for some barbecue at lunchtime, and her name is Heather, and she's the Crafty Shack, the Craft Shack, and it's spelled KRAFTSHAAK. She is doing a southern tour, and she stopped and she visited with Lisa over the weekend, and then she went to Memphis, Tennessee, I think, and she did a live show from Memphis, and then she'll be in South Carolina tomorrow, and I am going to meet her. So that should be fun. I'm going to look up on it's. In fact, it's only 30 minutes from me. So I was like, yeah, I can do that. I've got some things I wanted to share. Y'all that watch me all the time know I've been making the little dollies. Well, I've also started keeping a journal, and I had those two little dollies that could not behave. So I just put them behind doors in my new journal. So there's the one that got the really bad tan. And I put them on some accordion style paper just so I can turn over. I have initialed the back and dated them. And that way I can still see the back of them. These little pieces are little Velcro holders that I got them at Michael's, but I don't think they sell them anymore. But I cut one in half, so I'd have one there at the top and one at the bottom. And then I put my little one that came out looking so ticked off on this side. And I had to laugh when I had them sitting next to each other and posted a picture on Facebook. And Lisa said she thought this one was mad because this one has a better tan than she did. So here, and she just looks very angry. So this is timeout 1 and timeout 2. And they're behind the doors, and I'll always have those little dolls to remember that I messed up. But this is just a journal where I can keep my thoughts, whether they're bothering me or they're just something I'm being reflective on. I've got Happy Mail that's come in. I don't know about the autograph because I think Heather would laugh at that. She's just like the rest of us. I mean, she's just a regular person that does craft shows. So she said it kind of freaks her out when people think she's famous. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to share the Happy Mail. See if I can get it where I'm not showing everybody in under the sun's address. This one's from Violet. And she sent me some music paper and a sweet little ATC. and then a note. And I'm going to include the note and some of the music paper in my little journal that I'm keeping of everybody's Happy Mail. And of course, this is going to go into the ATC binder. Yeah, I know. I had booted Scott out the door and I said, I'm going to go ahead and go on. Because it's an impromptu. That means it can be a little early. The thing about me is I absolutely despise being late for anything. So like tomorrow, I'm supposed to meet Heather from Craft Shack tomorrow at 11 to 2. Okay. I'll probably be there 10:45 because that's just how I am. I am never late. I don't like to be late. I don't want anybody to wait on me. Let's see if I can get this in here. It looked like it would still fit. There we go. There we go. It's in there. So you remember my drop paper here was all different colors. Well, I pulled it up and the two of the elephants still looked good. So I mounted them on some of this kind of aqua color. And I've included them in the flow books, that one that I'm going to swap with somebody and one that's going to be a giveaway for those that are participating. And then the little quotes I had handwritten on my drop paper, I cut them out just like that. And I can mount them on a black or a color like I did the elephants, and then just add them to the front of a card. So I never throw my drop paper away. You know, I doodle on it, I stamp on it, I get paint on it, markers on it, all of that. It's just background. That's what I think about. So I made 2 friendship starts in loving hearts. This one I'm going to give to Heather tomorrow. You can't really see it in there. And I'm keeping one. So that's why I made 2. I always keep 1 ATC out of each one I've made. I might as well leave this out because I think there's some more ATCs here. The next one is from Barb. And she sent a card. Hello, friend. And then she's got a really nice note in there that I'm going to keep and put in my book. But she had said in the note that she wasn't sure how many ATCs she had promised to me, so she had sent several. I know, Mary, I know. I get excited and then I just go for it. Springtime, hello, spring. That's pretty. And slide that in my binder. And then this one says dream, and it's got a really cool tree on it. So thank you, Barb. I don't know if Barb's in here or not. She's probably waiting till 3 o'clock. Yes, as early. That's just how I am. If I get early at somebody's house, like they invited me over and I'm early, I'll park 2 blocks away and just sit and wait in my car. That's just how I am. So this one came, and this one is from Esther. And Esther contacted me and she said, oh, I want to swap ATCs with you. Look at this card. Isn't it gorgeous? Then tell us. Sorry, Mary. She's thanking me for doing the videos. And then she said she hoped I'd like this ATC. So it says it's called Hearts and Flowers. I think it's beautiful. Love the colors on it. And I always love when a group comes in of the artist trading cards. Look, they all have some of the same colors in them. It just always amazes me. Yep. Go early and just park and wait because I don't want to be late. There's a long story to that, but we'll save y'all from the long story. So my binder for 2019 is filling up, and I'm getting bookmarks as well as ATCs, which is wonderful. So I might take this binder with me tomorrow to show Heather, because she said to bring some art to share. What else did I want? Oh, I hand carved a mushroom. It's on a pink eraser. And it turned out pretty stinking cute. Put some on here. This is just that cheap ink that you can get at, I think this comes from Hobby Lobby. No, Michael's, it's Craft Smart. Yep, Vicky comes on at 4 Central. That's another reason why I kind of wanted to bump it up so I'd have a little bit of a break so I could watch Vicky. But I think this mushroom turned out pretty stinking cute for being carved out of an eraser. For the longest time, I had misplaced my my tool. So there's my little mushroom. I think it turned out really cute. And see, I'll just stamp it off, and it'll have faded things. And I got a face on here and a flower already on my sheet. So I wanted to share that. I have been watching Vicky at Messy Table Studios, and she has been sharing the most wonderful doodles that she does in the evenings on her black papered journal. Words. I need words to come out. I'm tired, you guys. I did over 16,000 steps. I mowed almost an acre, so I'm pretty tired right now. This is the mandala I did with Barb that day. She came on Impromptu, and I just went ahead and finished it in the evening, and I did just a white gel pen on that one. But Barb adds all this wonderful color. This was a doodle with Mary, and Mary was doing some of these doodles, and I just expanded it to make a mandala with the doodles Mary was sharing with us. And then I just added more. Yeah, I was cleaning up and I found my carving tool, and I grabbed that eraser because I had the eraser sitting here waiting to find the carving tool with the mushroom already drawn out on it. And I just quickly carved it. But what I wanted to share is I picked up, you know, sometimes they'll say all of the pencil sets over $5 are 40% or half off there at Hobby Lobby. Well, I got this for, it was on sale. It's $5.99. So I got it for a little over $3, I think. And they're metallic pencils. And I thought I would just do a little sampling of each one to see how they do on here. Because I was thinking how fun it would be to do a mandala like Barb did and have some way to color it. They do not have the colors. Well, there's something stamped on the side, but I'll be doggone if I can see it. My phone is carrying on. So I'm just going to swatch these. Isn't that what you all call it? Swatching them? Just to see what they look like. This one's kind of a copper, and that first one was a metallic purple. But I wanted to share in case somebody else is looking for an option for black paper, you know, doodling or coloring or whatever. And I'll write on here what kind of pencils these are so I can remember. I wish the colors were on the pencils because then I could write the colors next to it. I see the fine touch, but I do not see another doggone thing on it. So. But I thought how fun it would be to be able to draw something and color it with these colored pencils. Wow, you guys are like speed demon. Who's zooming? Zoom in, zoom in. Okay. Mary, you crack me up. Anyway, I'll do what I can here. I think that's as far as this camera is going to let me. That's as far as I can get in. I'll lift it up here in just a minute. Let me go latch the door. Latch the door. Hang on. I had left it cracked a little bit while the kitty cats wanted in and out, but I keep hearing voices and I don't want someone to just walk in, you know, and freak me out. That would not be good. This is kind of almost a brown. I don't know if that's going to even show. Mary says, zoom in or draw bigger. You're not horrible, Mary. I'm going to look and see if this has the colors listed maybe on the front of the package. Those two look like they could be almost the same color. Got a sore throat from inhaling dirt. I told Scott I need to get some masks for that side yard because it's got a lot of debris in it that kicks up. Ooh, I love this green. Wow. That is awesome. So you get 12 colors, and if you watch for the sale, you can get it 40 to 50% off because it's $5.99 and it's $5 and over usually. Sometimes they do, what is it, $9.99 and up sets, but I thought this was a good deal for metallic pencils. So that's them all in colors. That blue looks really good on camera. That green does. This kind of a goldish green here. It really is. It's more of a, I don't know if you'd call that chartreuse right here. That used to be a favorite word when I was taking art classes in high school, chartreuse. I don't know why I like that word so much, but I did. So these are these pencils from Hobby Lobby. Metallic colored pencils, the Fine Touch. This is just a Posca pen. Let me see if I can write with it. This one's been acting weird. It's just disappearing. Well, I would say the Poscas do not like this paper. Well, I also bought these on Amazon. You get white, gold, and silver, and you get 2 of each in the box. So I thought that was a pretty good deal if they work. So they're by Buxton, B-O-X-U-N, white, gold, and silver gel pens. Buxton gel pens. And that's gold. And white. And silver. Ooh, that silver looks really pretty. I don't know if it's going to pick up or not. What did you want to do? Uh-oh. Well, I'm not going to stay on long, Mary. I just wanted to share a few things and let you all know tomorrow night, if I'm on time, I might be tired. I really like how that silver, it doesn't fade away like the white. The white always wants to go into the background. I watched your video that you did painting the flowers. I was there for that. That was gorgeous. And I agree. I would leave it just the way you got it. Because, boy, it looked pretty. Now, if you can't draw circles and want to do mandalas, it's like Barb said, just grab some bottles and trace around them. You know, like you could use something like this. I'm too far. And you could divide that out and do another circle. I don't think I have anything else here that's really circular. Get my nose down on the table. Y'all see my old wet gray hair. Because I took a shower after being out in debris fire. That mower works really good with the mulching blade, but my goodness, I come in looking like something cat dragged in. Oh, I'm glad to hear you found your mojo, Janet. I saw something where you said you wished you could find it. Sounds like you found it. I keep hearing voices. And no, I'm not going cray-cray. I'm just playing to see how this silver does over time. I could sit and watch Barb do this all day long. You're done? Please stay on. Okay. All right. Well, what is it? Barb said do a stem and leaves. And then do a stem and leaves. And just do the same motion everywhere you're going to add it. And then don't try to do several things. Choose to add one thing, like the stem and leaves. Okay, so now you've got a stem and leaves. And then she said, pick something else to add to it. So you could add berries just to the top of your thing. If you just think about adding a berry to each stem, well, now you've got a berry, but you could turn them into flowers by just adding petals. So whatever you add, do it to each position around. Don't worry about if they look exactly alike. The important thing is you've done it repetitively around the circle and you aren't missing a step. That always aggravated me to devil, you know, because if you try to do too many steps at once. So when Barb was showing how to do this, I was like, oh, okay. So don't try to like draw double lines everywhere or any of that. Hi, Gail. Hi, Holly. Hi, Kendra. Hi, Mary. Hi, Janet. Hi, Marilyn. Who all is here? Hi, Mina. Hi, Vicky. Hi, Beth. All right. Well, y'all are just all jumping in. That is good. But yeah, I was going to stay on till about 4 o'clock my time. And then that would give me an hour to run an errand. And then I'd be back in time to watch Vicky because she's an hour behind me. So when I go off at 4, it's actually her 3. So I thought that would be a good plan. I'm going to add a double line just on one side of my little star and do the same motion all the way around until you've hit all 5 places. Well, now you can do it the opposite way and add your line this way. And I'm not worried if it is an exact match on every single one. By the time you get done with these, they are so busy that you don't notice if you're off. All right, I'm trying to think of some of the other things that Barb did. I guess I could sneak back and look at the ones I did in the one with Barb and the one I did with Mary's Doodles. Let's look at Mary's Doodles. Well, she did these little, look like footballs with extra laces. So let's see. We could do the arch. Let's do an arch. If we do arches there, we'll do one there. Yeah. And yes, I turn the book. It keeps me grounded. All right. I'm going to go ahead and add some more arches in the opposite direction. All right, now I'm going to look back at the doodle I did with Mary. And here, this is the one I'm doing. So then you do like an eyeball with 2 X's and 2 lines. So we'll do an eyeball and a line and a line. I think because they're so small, I'm only going to put 1 X. And I do that all on the one that's on the same side of the triangle. I'll look at the chat in just a second. All right, so see, I've done it on each of the same side of the points. Now I can go back in and do it on the opposite points, and I'm moving in the same direction. So it's the same motion, but in reverse, and I'm not missing any. All right, and I didn't miss any. So I'm going to look back at the one I did with Mary. Wish I had them side by side, but I don't want to tear it out. So let's see. Oh, she did these ladder things. I can't remember what she called them, but it's like a tower of lines, and then you do one that's about half that big, and then a little shorter and a little shorter. I don't know if I have room to do that on this little one. So let's pick something else. This was one that we did, but I don't have much room. That's my problem. That one was fun. The squares, trying to think of where I could do a square in here. Let me peek at it one more time. It was kind of a square, but done on the diamond. You see there's a diamond shape there, and then it was divided into fours, and then there was a little circle on each side, and that looked really cool. I'm wondering if I could fit those. If I do it like a diamond, and then divide it in fours, and we'll just do that all the way around. I think I can do that. And then I'll go in and I'll just put a little dot on each side instead of a little open oval like we did that night. So see, you can take like what Mary's doing with the doodles, and you can make them fit to anything. When I'm doing the doodles with Mary, I'll do the first one with her, and then let me see if I can show you. I think I still have last week's doodle here. At least I thought I did. I'm sure I have it. But when I do Mary's doodles, a lot of times I'll grab like this. I'll grab a piece of painty paper and say, she says, we're going to do this one. And when she pulls it up, if it looks big, I can't find the other one. If it looks like it's going to be fairly big, I might put it dead center on this. And then once I get it finished, I'll just draw lines around it. And whatever space is left, so say she did a motif here and I put a box around it. Well, I would expand the line out to the edge of the paper here and here and here. And then I would just use the spaces that are left from my line areas. And I would do the next doodle and the next doodle and the next doodle and the next doodle. And that way, by the time I'm done, the whole page is covered up in individual doodles. I wish I could find the one from this week. I just had it. This is what happens when you clean up and you put stuff, away. I must have put it up. But anyway, you get the idea. I don't think I threw it in an envelope and mailed it to Mary this week because I kind of liked what turned out. And I said, well, I guess I should start keeping some of these so I'll have them. But some of them I applied to cardboard and cut up and made into ATCs. And I don't think Mary even recognized it when she got it. So I can't find it, but that's how I do those, the doodles with Mary, is I'll just get me a piece of painty paper. It can be even just a scrap of painty paper and go from there. Probably not going to be able to stay on much longer because my throat is really sore from all that dirt kicking up. And Scott got the Gravely tractor out and he started trimming down into the woods because that Gravely tractor will cut down, seedlings and saplings, small trees and stuff. Because we want to make it so we can see farther down into the woods so we can watch the deer and make sure there's nothing after our kitty cats when we hear a weird sound at night. It'll still be woodland area, but it'll have some pathways that maybe we could go for a walk in the woods and that kind of stuff. I was really hoping the camera company would have called me and said, your camera needs this, 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 and this, and we can have it fixed and mailed back to you tomorrow. That's what would make me really happy. But no such luck. But see, it's just a diamond. that you divide in 4s. You just have to think about how will that shape fit in the space that I have available. Can I make it fit in a space like that? I was looking at the menu for this place we're meeting tomorrow, trying to pick out stuff that's low carb. So there's the little diamonds. See how they lay around the circle? Janet, they do have like a Roomba lawnmower. Look it up. They have a lawnmower thing that's like that, that'll go out and mow. It's unreal. Oh, last night when Beth was on, I had the worst craving for popcorn. I might run and get me some. So I'm just going to put 2 dots of silver on either side. If I'd been thinking, I could have picked the gold up and put gold dots in the 2 little empty spaces. I'm really craving a Panera sandwich. I can't remember what the soup is today. What's the soup on Tuesday for anybody else that eats at Panera? I don't get to go too often because I go by myself because Scott doesn't care for Panera bread very much. I told him, I said, we can get things that don't have bread in them. They make some awesome salads. He said, well, they give you that hunk of bread. I said, well, tell them you want an apple instead. He said, you can do that? I was like, yes. You have a choice of your side. You can get a baguette, which is a hunk of bread. Scott says, why don't they just call it a hunk of bread? I said, you can get a baguette, you can get a bag of chips, or you can get an apple. So our best bet would be the apple. So see, now I've added the dots. Ooh. And it does not like that silver, does it? Janet, you know what? I've tried the little snack size bags and I've set every single one of them on fire. So I don't know if it's the microwave or what, but we have a really old original microwave here, you guys. It doesn't have a turntable in the bottom. It has that thing, that white thing. Do y'all remember the white thing that you used to have to get for your microwaves, and you have to spin the bottom so you wind it up? And then to turn this one on, you turn a knob to however many minutes. Oh, really? The Panera we have here is super clean. So, yeah, we've run into flies at a Bojangles, and Scott complained about it. We never heard anything back from them. Well, I think instead of adding more for right now, I think I want to add some color. I want to use that dark green. And we'll add some dark green on the leaves here. You know, the restaurants, it depends on where you are and everything. The only restaurant I will never, ever, ever go in again is Chili's. I'll never go into a Chili's again because when Greg was very little, they brought him a frozen mug for root beer. And when we poured the root beer in, the glass exploded and sent glass and soda all over my son, who was maybe 4. And I know they were busy, but it was an accident and nobody brought us towels or anything. They didn't comp our meal, nothing. So I said, I'll never go there again. Sorry, Chili's. And I thought it was overpriced for what you get. Scott and I are getting to where we feel like we cook better at home anyway. Well, I like these metallic pencils. Wish I wasn't so tired because I'm kind of sloppy right now. But yeah, I'm really glad I got these metallic pencils because they show up. And who was I watching? I think it was Gina Ahrens was talking about the Moonlight gel pens. Put your cell phone in the microwave, close the door, do not turn it on, LOL, and call your phone. If it rings, it leaks. Yeah, I agree, Mary. It's not easy when it's busy. I mean, retail or restaurants, it gets rough. You know, but they should have at least, apologized. And Greg sat there and it took us an hour to get our food, and he was soaking wet. We should have just got up and left. But we'd already ordered, And that was a long time ago. I guess I should give them another chance. But sometimes, customer service, if you get treated badly, you just don't come back. And a lot of companies don't understand that. All right. So, yeah, I don't like the thought of nasty flies on food either. I mainly wanted to try these pencils out to see how well they worked. So I think I could do some drawings and color them in, and they'd look really nice on this black paper. Vicky at Messy Table, man, she's been doing some amazing doodles. I want to ask her, do you watch what's on TV or do you just sit there and doodle? Yeah, see, when a spill happens, they should be running up with some cleaning cloths and a pail to sop that stuff up. We're getting napkins from the table next to us, and it was just awful. Put gold centers on our flowers. I guess I could have used the gel pen, but I really want to try these pencils out. And see, what Barb does is she'll do a mandala like this, and she won't do the final step until if she's going to cut it out and mount it somewhere, she'll cut it out as a plain circle, and then she'll add all the little bits that stick out, like all of these things, the little whirligigs and things. She'll save that for after she's mounted the piece onto its finished project. And that way, you don't have to try to fussy cut around all that little stuff. Uh-oh, is Mary snappy? Mary, I don't know how you do it, get up so early. I was checking because, the doctor wants me to get 7 hours of sleep a night or more. And so I've been trying to stay in the bed, but I just want to get up and when I get up and I feel alert and awake, I just want to get up and go. But I'm trying to be good and get my 7 hours of sleep. Today is Old Fart Tuesday. I was thinking about running down to the Goodwill in Easley, but I don't know. I might run, get me something to eat, come back. I just ate a little bit of the salad I had made for Scott and a piece of fruit earlier, so I'm still hungry. I could do a half a sandwich and a bowl of soup. I have to be careful though, because they make a sticky, gooey nut cinnamon roll that's absolutely delicious, but I am trying so hard to avoid having to give myself a shot once a week. So I'm trying to not eat any bread, no rice, no yummy mashed potatoes, none of that. Really sucks getting diabetes. It really does. Well, you can hardly see this purple. I thought this was the brighter purple. I guess not. I need to put some green there. Let's use this other one. Soup and a sandwich, yes. And they have like where you can get just like a cup of soup and a half a sandwich, which I could do that. That wouldn't be too much bread. How fun would it be to do a sketch of a face and then use these metallic colors to color it in? I need to find a good looking face that would be easy to sketch and then color in with the metallic colors just for something different. I think that would look really cool. Let me get my face journal out and we'll see what these metallic colors look like in it. See if they show up any better. I just mainly got them for this black journal, but if they show up in my face journal, I might do a face and color it in make it a colorful face. I need to practice my faces again. So that's what they look like. The camera just does not like that silver, but it's very vibrant silver. So I would recommend both the metallic pencils and the Buxton gel pens in the white, gold, and silver if you want to do work on black paper. Let me get my face journal real quick. And we'll just do a little swatchy swatch in here. Oh. She didn't turn out too good. This guy, he's out of proportion. He's got a really long neck and his neck's not long enough. But I tried. I like to look back through and see how I've progressed. I love her. She just looks so darn happy. There I tried utilizing a little colored pencil on the sketch just to give it a different look. See, I just need to practice. Scott said my proportion's getting better. I really loved how she turned out. She turned out looking really, really good. I was practicing eyeballs. These little eyes right here are from a little girl on Pinterest. She's very angry. And I think I did really good on her angry eyes. And then these were just some other models' eyes. I was trying the different shapes and I think I'm getting better at them. It's just practice, practice, practice. And Agatha Christie, I need to try again. I did okay, but she's not Janet, you got to pull your sketchbook out. This is Mary's Criminal. So let's do a little swatch here. Maybe I'll do them bigger this time since I can't seem to come in close enough so Mary can see them. I wish they had names, but they don't. So I just have to guess. I'll try to keep them in order. Oh, that copper color is really pretty. Oh, I can't remember who I was watching. Who was I watching? But they were talking about, Lindsay, the Frugal Crafter, was talking about the new algorithm thing that YouTube has going, that if you are watching someone that you really, really enjoy and like to support by watching, please watch all the way to the end of the videos and don't leave in the middle because it hurts us. So like if somebody's watching your videos along, but they're not watching them all the way through, the algorithm thinks that they didn't like your video and that's why they left. It, you know, whether they had to go and do something or if they saw the technique as far as they wanted to watch. If they don't leave it playing to the end, we lose our I don't know, I was going to say credibility, but that's not it. There's something in the algorithm that said they've lost interest. They're not producing something that people really like. So that's just something to keep in mind. And she said, if they're, oh, I know who it was. It was Chelsea. If they've been watching your videos and then all of a sudden they switch to somebody else, the first person that gets watched all the way through and the next one. But if they jump and they just quit watching you altogether and haven't gone to anybody else, they just shut their computer off, that hurts us too. And that it's better to open a video, like just click on a video like the old-timey Newlywed Games. Just click on one of those and then just cut off on them, because it won't hurt them like it does a content creator like us. I just thought that was pretty interesting. Yeah, and I agree. Stupid algorithm. I know that we all come and go in each other's sessions or watch a video. You know, sometimes I'll watch a portion of a video and I'll switch to something else and I'll add that first video to go back to later and finish watching. You know, if I'm just trying to cook dinner at the same time and I want to stop what somebody's doing so I can watch it later, it shouldn't hurt them, you know? Yes, I like these. I would recommend these. They're just the Hobby Lobby's brand, but I really like the colors. So if you see these sets go on sale, I would get them because, I mean, they were only going to be $2.50, $3, something like that. So I was going to try to go back and watch Lindsay, the Frugal Crafter, because, you know, she actually has a YouTube like coach, I guess, or whatever they call them, that works with her. I'm not big enough to get a coach or anything. So Lindsay gives us some inside scoop. Oh, the set, it's metallic colored pencils. It's the Fine Touch. It's their brand. And it's $5.99 or $5.99. But if you want, their SKU number is on the front of the package. It's 665984. That's how it'll be listed in their system. At least that's how it was worked at Michael's. That's the SKU number for it right there. I don't have the original barcode. I think it was on the outside packaging. Yeah, Lindsay got it from her, what are they called? You know, where there's assigned somebody. Larger channels get them. It's like a partner or not really a partner. It's I can't remember what it's called. I don't know if it's channel. No, it's it's like a coach. They work with the creators to get better content, and Lindsay's big enough to where she was assigned this person to help her from YouTube. So yeah, okay, it's channel manager. Is that what it is? Well, I'm glad she shares the information with us. Oh my goodness. Okay. So that's what those look like on just regular white sketch pad. This is just a cheap, the one that Michael sells for $5 occasionally. Their Artist Loft. I don't know where that stuff came from. This is my sister in her garb, and she makes these aqua manils out of clay, and she does Roman kiln firing, where she digs a kiln base in the ground and lines it with the bricks. What is the SKU for the gel pens? That was one I got on Amazon. All right. Underneath the barcode on the gel pens is X001 VG, V as in Victor, G as in Greg, 47, Y as in yarn, D as in darling. And you get 6 pens, 2 of each color. And the name of them's Boxon. And this was on Amazon. I agree, Mary. There are a lot of really great smaller channels. This is what I do when we go on a hike, Mary. I take pictures like this. And I thought how much fun that would be to sketch. You could do just a section if I had a window cut out. That's something I like to do. You know, cut a window out of a piece of paper and just move it around. And you could do just a little section. The main reason I took this one is so I could put it into GIMP, which is an imaging software, and manipulate it and try changing the textures and that kind of stuff. But this is the kind of thing I end up taking pictures of. And Scott's like, why do you take so many pictures of just trees and mushrooms? And I said, because they're cool. Yeah, that's the girl I sketched. These are images I kept to try to sketch. And I wanted to try doing a different angle. So that's why I kept her. This one here. This is her. So you can practice your faces just by pulling out magazine pictures. I'm going to try opening another window. If I lose you guys, that's where I've gone. I'll see if I can get a link to those pens. Hang on. It won't take me but a minute if I don't lose you guys trying to do too much at once. because it'll be in my order history. Let me know if that link works. I don't know if that's going to work. Just let me know if it doesn't. It's premium 3 colors gel pen set, white, gold, and silver gel ink pens for black paper drawing, sketching, illustrations, design, and adult coloring book. Pack of 6 by Buxton. It's an Amazon's choice. They write really smooth, and I hope they last quite a while. All right, it works. So that was the 3 pens that I got, 3 colors. Okay, guys, it is 3:41. I don't really have much else to share. I'm hoping they last. It looks like they got a lot of ink in them. All right. So everybody's got the link to work. These were at Hobby Lobby in the art department. And I will see you guys tomorrow night. If I get back from Panera, I'm going to go get me a sandwich and some soup. I'm just dying. I'd like to do something fun. But I'll be out over at Vicki. Vicki Ross is going to be on in a little bit. She comes on 4 Central Time. So she'll be on in about an hour. Tomorrow night, I was thinking we would, instead of doing a dirty dozen, we will do a half dozen so that we can do 6 prompts, cut them up, and then make cards together. And I was thinking about maybe trying to show you guys how to do a skinny mini. I learned it from another channel, but I don't remember who it was. I'll do some research and see if I can find the original channel so I can give her credit. But I came across the instructions on how to make a skinny mini, and I thought you guys might think those were fun to make. They'd be perfect for, like, if you're doing a trip to a different location and you want to save your receipts and little things like that. A skinny mini would be really fun to save. So if we do just a half a dozen of prompts, make some cards together, we'll probably still have time. It's a little tiny journal, and they turn out really cute. I've got the measurements for it. We'll do one together tomorrow night. Okay? So thanks, guys. I'm going to run get me a soup and sandwich, and I'll see you over at Vicki Ross. Yeah, Vicki Ross comes on at 4 Central. All right. I'll see if I can get back in time. All right. Bye, guys.